Hey everyone, this is Chris again with another video. Today is going to be pretty exciting for me. I have the Sony Xperia X Compact, an unboxing first impressions video, and one, I'm excited about this because this is my first Sony device. I've always liked their design language as far as the simplicity, just the blockiness. I'm not sure why. It just attracts me for some reason. So we're going to go ahead, go through some of the specs here real quick that are on the box. Just a plain old white box here. So this is going to have a 23 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front. It is a 4.6 inch screen, so it's a very compact phone. It's going to be a 720 by 1280 resolution. It does have USB-C, it does have quick charging 3.0, 2700 milliamp hour battery, Qualcomm 650, 32 gigs internal storage, 3 gigs of RAM. And we'll go ahead and get this unboxed here. So I did actually go ahead and open this already. It is the Mist Blue variant here. And then go ahead and open the box. They have, looks like, some quick start guides, documentation, that sort of thing. Your charging brick. So this is actually only going to be doing, on there it says quick charging 3.0, but from what I've seen of other reviews, this only does quick charging 2.0 capability. We'll have to test that out in a later video. And then your USB-C cable here. Alright, so we have the device. Super compact, hence the name. So 4.6 inch screen. Let me go ahead and just tear this off real quick. Like I said, I have already used this. This is the US variant. Bought it at B&H Video, 320. It's been going on Amazon on sale around $450. During the Black Friday it was down to $350. So definitely may want to check that out. It's gone down in price since it was first released. So the Mist Blue version, we're going to go ahead and just go over just the outside of the device. At the top we have your headphone jack and mic. Over here on the side we do have the power fingerprint scanner button, volume up and down, and dedicated camera shutter button. Bottom you have your USB-C port, nothing else. On the side we do have your nano SIM and micro SD card slot there. On the front you do have that 5 megapixel camera. You have dual front facing speakers, both here on the top and bottom, ambient light sensor, and there is a LED notification light up here in the corner. So since this is the US version, the fingerprint scanner is by default disabled in software. Either that's because of patent reasons, who knows, but it's very easy for you to flash the UK firmware onto this, which then enables the fingerprint scanner. Super easy to do. I'll leave a link down in the description for the guide on how to do that, found on XDA. So the buttons here, kind of a weird placement as far as you're normally seeing them above the power button up here or on this other side. So it's weird location to have them down here. They are clicky. Definitely made out of plastic. Doesn't have a cheap feeling to them, but it's definitely not like a premium, but they're not mushy. It's kind of weird just how small the volume rocker is. I would like to see it a little bit bigger to help distinguish, especially since my finger almost covers one whole button itself. So magic here is with also the dedicated camera button. So you're going to be able to press and hold this button from lock screen or anywhere from the OS, and it's going to be able to launch the camera app. Also, there is a half press feature to focus. So half press to focus and then full press to take the shot. So that's fantastic. On the back here we do have that 23 megapixel camera. This is the same sensor that is in the Sony Xperia XZ, the flagship phone. It does have the laser autofocus, the RGB light color sensor, that help give you more accurate white color balance, and a single LED flash. It does have NFC. So overall it is about 9 millimeters thick, so it's not the thinnest device, but it is very comfortable to hold in the hand, especially for a compact phone. That's for sure. The power button itself has a slight mush to it, but it has a nice satisfying type click. I went ahead and just turned that on actually. So overall I really like the design of this, it being kind of like a curved on the edges, on the round, on the sides. You do have a slight kind of curvature to the side of this screen for the glass, and on the back it feels very unibody, but you can definitely tell it's not a single piece. So the micro SD card slot over here, it does support up to 256 gigs. Again, 32 gigs internal storage, 3 gigs of RAM. And the resolution, like I said, 720 by 1280 with about a 319 pixel per inch pixel density. That was super fast. Just like that. I can't even really press it before it senses my finger. I went ahead and just put the Google Now launcher on this. I just like more of a stock experience, but very stock Android-like as far as the UI, things like that. There are of course additional features such as double tap to wake, but I'll get into the software later in my full review. I also just wanted to compare the size. If you hadn't seen already my previous review of the Nextbit Robin, go ahead and check that out. I'm going to leave that link in the description as well. I just wanted to compare and show you the size difference between these two phones. The Nextbit Robin is actually a pretty big device for a 5.2 inch display, and you could almost see the X Compact almost fits inside of where the actually is as far as the screen and the screen bezels go. So we kind of wanted to show you all that. Color, as far as the Mist Blue goes, it's kind of similar to the Robin. There's also a Midnight Black and also a white variant of the X Compact as well. So I just wanted to give this quick overview, and please stay tuned for a review on this. I'm going to be doing some photography video comparisons, charging speeds comparison, things like that in my upcoming videos, and a full review of course with both of these devices. So I really appreciate you guys checking out my channel and stopping by. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.